Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, All Things Tonya. For today's DIYs, I will be using some wood tumbling blocks from the Dollar Tree to make some beautiful home decor pieces. But as always, before we get started, I would like to welcome those of you who are visiting my channel for the very first time. I hope you enjoyed today and will consider subscribing to my channel. My friends who are always here supporting me, welcome back. You guys know I love pulling out my basket of wood tumbling blocks. I will be using a lot of them today in this video. For my first DIY, I will be making a small tray. I will be starting out with 2 rows of 15, and I will be using my hot glue gun with my Gorilla Glue sticks to glue the blocks together. This is what it looks like after I have glued together 1 row of the 15, and now I'm going to do the same thing with this side. Then I'll glue the 2 individual rows together. Next, I will be using 4 of the wood tumbling blocks to create my handle. I will use 2 of them for the top and 1 for each side. And I will be making 2 of them, 1 for each side of my tray. Before finishing my tray, I'm going to make 3 planters or cups. I haven't decided what I'm going to use these for yet, but I'm going to call them planters for now, and I will be using a total of 16 blocks for each planter. There will be 4 on each side. Now that I have 3 sets of 4s, I am going to glue the sets of 4s together to create a box. After gluing the 4 sides together, you will see that it is just a box. It doesn't have a bottom and there is no top because I will not be filling it with anything except some greenery maybe. So I am not going to fill the bottom because they will be sitting on my tray. If you want to use it for something else, like for some Q-tips or something of that nature, makeup, you can use 2 additional tumbling blocks to create a bottom, but I will not be putting on a bottom because I will be using these as planters and they will be sitting on the trays. Now I am going to use my mixture of my Waverly antique wax and my Waverly chalk paint color ink, and I'm going to make a darker brown tone that I am going to wipe onto my wood. I'm also going to use this same mixture to paint the handles for my tray. Then when I add the planters to the tray, the entire thing will look like a complete set. Next, I'm going to take some of this jute twine that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap it around the box, and I'm just going to tie a knot just to decorate the boxes a little. Now I'm going to add some of the jute twine to the other 2 boxes, and this part of the DIY will be completed. I think these little boxes are so adorable. I cannot wait to finish my tray to add them to it. Now I'm going to finish off my tray. I will be using my Waverly chalk paint color Plaster, and I am going to paint the front, the sides, and the back of my tray. I am going to take 5 of the wood tumbling blocks and I'm going to glue them together in a row, and I am going to put them on the longer sides of my tray. Once I have stained them to match the handles of my tray, I'm going to glue them to the longer sides, glue on my handles, and the DIY will be completed. I had to refill my basket for this DIY. This is going to be my favorite one for tonight, and I cannot wait to share it with you. For each of the trays, I will be using a total of 27 blocks for the inside and a total of 36 for the edges. And what I'm doing now is I'm putting together 9 sets of threes, and then I am going to glue them together individually in the sets of threes before gluing them all together. I will end up with 18 sets of threes, which is a total of 54 of the blocks because I will be making 2 trays. Now I'm going to use my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue the sets of threes together, and then I will glue 9 of the sets together to create my top tray and 9 of the sets together to create my bottom. As you can see, I am alternating the direction of the blocks just to give it a little pattern, and then I'm going to glue everything together. Next, I'm going to take 36 of the blocks and I am going to glue them into 4 rows of 9, and this is going to create the size for my trays. I'm going to put together both sets of 36 before gluing the blocks together. Now that I have everything all glued together, I am going to use my Waverly Antique Wax and just a dab of my Waverly Chalk Paint Color ink to make a darker brown. And I am going to stain the sides of the trays. And I'm also going to stain these large beads that I removed from a Christmas decorative piece that I am no longer using. Next, I'm going to use my Waverly Chalk Paint Color Plaster to paint the inside of my trays. Now it's time to put everything together. I am going to glue the sides onto my trays. I am going to be gluing them right in the center just like this. And I will be doing that with all 4 pieces. And this is what it looks like once I have glued on all 4 of the sides, and I will be repeating this with the other tray. Now I'm going to glue the 4 large beads together in a row. I'm just going to glue them right on top of each other, and then I am going to glue them to the center of my tray and glue the other tray right on top of the beads. Like I said earlier in the video, this DIY is my favorite tonight. I really love how it turned out, and I hope you like it too. All right, my friends, that is all that I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for spending a small part of your day with me. If this is your first time visiting, I hope you enjoyed today and will consider subscribing to my channel. Please do not forget to like this video by giving it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share this video with your friends. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye, guys.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on my mommy's channel.